I feel that I have been training for this moment since Hannah Montana showed up in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. This is my time to shine. So, for the last few years, I feel like there's been a huge discourse about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and how the Avengers was like the biggest crossover of all time. And that may be true, but what I would like to talk about today and celebrate is the Taylor Jenkins Reid literary universe. Carrie Soto is back, it just came out, this is her newest book. And basically, there are 4 books by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which are Daisy Jones and the Six, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Carrie Soto is Back, and Malibu Rising, which all take place in the same universe. And I have done more research than I care to admit to bring you the ultimate guide to the Taylor Jenkins Reid universe as it stands right now. I hope that I found all of the crossovers. I'm sure there are more Easter eggs than a Taylor Swift album launch in these books. So if you've spotted any more, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm sure it will blow my little brain. But for now, these are all of the crossovers that I've noticed in Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. Now, there will be spoilers here, like inevitably. I will be talking about the plots of these books, albeit very vaguely. You know, I'm not gonna go into loads of detail about what happens in each book. I'm just going to talk about the crossovers between them. But yeah, this is your warning. This is your heads up that like as of this point, we're in spoiler zone. We're in spoiler city. Residents, me and you. So please don't say that I didn't warn you. But quickly, before we dive into that, I just wanted to let you know that today's video is very kindly brought to you by Squarespace. If you want to create your own online universe, then Squarespace is the perfect place to do that. You can use it to build your website, your online store, to track your analytics and your marketing. It's genius, and everything is all in one place. There are lots of really cool features. For example, the fact that you can create a blog and you can have a members only area, so just for like exclusive content. When it came to building my own website, I really wanted to make sure that everything was completely customized so that it felt really authentic to me. It felt like something that was so identifiably mine. And so I chose the Squarespace template and then I customized it, which was really easy because you can just move things around as you please. So take this as the kick up the backside that you might need to get started with building your own online website, and you're in luck because you can head to squarespace.com/jackinthebooks and use the code JBooks to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And Squarespace also has a free trial, so don't delay, get on it, the links are down below. And now on with the video. Okay, so these are the 4 books that we're gonna be discussing. So The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo kind of takes place across decades. Then Daisy Jones and the Six is set in kind of like the 70s. Malibu Rising is set in the 80s, and Carrie Soto is Back is set in the 90s. But of course we get all of these characters' backstories as well, and so there are lots of links between the different books. So we will start with the obvious one, Mick Reaver. Mick Reaver rears his ugly head in every one of these books. He is the common thread that links all of these books. He is one of Evelyn Hugo's 7 husbands. It's described as the quickie Vegas elopement with singer Mick Reaver. And we'll do those lines in green. Malibu Rising is about his kids, the Riva kids, and that book will be blue. In Daisy Jones and the Six, there is a party where this iconic picture of Daisy Jones like floating in the swimming pool is taken, and Mick Reaver is there. Daisy Jones will be orange. And then Mick Reaver also makes an appearance in Carrie Soto is Back. You know that TikTok sound that's like, I'm trying to relax and enjoy my evening, and then suddenly I hear this agitating, irritating, grating voice. That's Mick Reaver just popping up in every one of these books and just terrorizing everyone, just being a menace to society. In Carrie Soto is Back, he turns up at a party that she's at, and her dad, I think, is the one who remarks that he never liked that guy or something like that. Okay, so Mick Reaver is our kind of common thread here. So then let's go with Nina Reaver, his daughter. Nina Reaver is the one sort of hosting the party in Malibu Rising. She's a surfer and a model, so that's the obvious link, but we also have a crossover. So she is married to Brandon Randall, so we'll add him into the mix. Now he has an affair with Carrie Soto. Love. Brandon and Carrie set up Love Nest at Beverly Hills Hotel, leaving Nina Reaver broken-hearted, says the headline. And so he is mentioned in Carrie Soto is Back, and so is Nina Reaver, because she did this like kind of sexy photo shoot with a magazine called Vivant. Now Vivant magazine also links up a lot of these books, so we'll add that in here. So Vivant magazine, actually we'll pop that there. So Vivant magazine is what made Nina Reaver famous. Aside from being like a Nepo baby, she did this kind of surfer shoot with Vivant. Now Vivant magazine also appears in Carrie Soto is Back because they support her return to tennis. They're one of the only publications to do so. Everyone else is kind of quite negative towards her, and they think it's really empowering that she's returning to tennis. So Vivant are actually really cool. And I think this is where my camera cut, but Evelyn Hugo sells her story to Vivant magazine. So her whole narrative is told from the perspective and from the interviews with a Vivant magazine journalist. And then I think we have 2 more connections for Carrie Soto. Firstly, because she actually makes an appearance in Malibu Rising. She's a character in her own right in Malibu Rising, which came out before the Carrie Soto book was even announced, because she sort of gate crashes the party. And then the other link that we have between Carrie Soto is back and another book by Taylor Jenkins Reid is with Daisy Jones and the Six, because she reads an unofficial biography about Daisy Jones and the Six because she wants to know who was sleeping with who. Speaking of Daisy Jones, we have the drummer from the band, whose name is Warren Rhodes. Now this is one that you may not have noticed because it's really, really subtle and really, really brief, but when they're talking about the kind of legendary parties that happened in the Riva household, there's a line that says, when in 1979, Warren Rhodes and Lisa Crown got naked in the pool. It's very subtle and easy to miss, but that's why we're making the video, right? So yeah, like I said, Warren Rhodes is the drummer from Daisy Jones and the Six, and then makes a sneaky little appearance in Malibu Rising. And I just think there must be so many other little references that I'm missing, but let me know if you have spotted any. Okay, then the other thing that I'll say is the person that he's mentioned alongside is Lisa Crown. Now in Daisy Jones and the Six, they kind of say that the fact that Warren Rhodes was dating Lisa Crown proved that they'd made it, because she was like a big deal. She was this presenter, I think. And so I wonder whether Lisa Crown could be the subject of Taylor Jenkins Reid's next book. I'm putting it out there. If I was a betting man, I would say Lisa Crown could be another character who like ties a lot of these stories together. But we'll see. If we come back to this video in like years to come and I was right, I will be so buzzing, you will never hear the end of it. And let's just add in her link to Malibu Rising. Okay, then another minor character who we can mention quickly is one of the mistresses of Mick Reaver. Her name is Ruby Kelly, and she's mentioned in Malibu Rising as one of Mick Reaver's mistresses. Where can I put her? Oh no. This is where it's gonna start getting confusing, I think. So she's linked to Mick Reaver, but she is also the co-star of Evelyn Hugo when she was in Little Women. So again, we have another side character who's mentioned in multiple books who could be the subject of her own book later down the line. It happened to Carrie Soto. Carrie Soto was a side chick. She got her own novel. Camilla was a side chick. She's now Queen Consort. It's the year of the side chick. Side chicks are thriving. I reckon Ruby Kelly could be in with a chance of getting a novel written about her by Taylor Jenkins Reid. We'll see. Another character who features in multiple books is Celia St James. She is the great love of Evelyn Hugo, but she's also mentioned in Malibu Rising because they mention how people were like speculating about her sexuality, which of course, if you've read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, you know the tea. Let's just move Nina Riva down a little bit. There we go. Another link between those two books, which I'm not sure where I'm gonna put, we have this place called Ciro's, which is basically, I hope I'm saying that right, it's like C-I-R-O''S, but basically it's this kind of bar slash cool place in Hollywood to like hang out, and it's mentioned in both Malibu Rising and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So, I mean, it's gonna start getting a little messy on here now. Things are gonna start kind of overlapping. So we'll link those two like that. And then there's also another link between Evelyn Hugo and Malibu Rising, which is the magazine Sub Rosa. Now, Sub Rosa is mentioned in Evelyn Hugo, you know, when it's talking about her scandals. June Riva, who marries Mick Reaver, is seen at one point reading Sub Rosa. So it's also in Malibu Rising. It's like a gossip kind of magazine, so of course it crops up in both stories. I think like these are the kinds of things to look out for because they'll probably feature in upcoming Taylor Jenkins Reid books because they're such an easy way to kind of link all of the stories together through the kind of publications, because all of the stories are sort of in the public eye and get a lot of media scrutiny, shall we say. So yeah, okay, there's that link. So those were all the ones that I found, but then I also found this one comment on a TikTok which said Daisy Jones and Mick Reaver are also mentioned in the Taylor Jenkins Reid short story, Evidence of the Affair. Now I haven't read this, but I'm gonna link them up because that's really fun. That's cool that those two are mentioned in there as well. We'll link these up with a purple arrow. And I think that is everything, right? I'm pretty sure that is the complete Taylor Jenkins Reid cinematic universe. It's quite satisfying to look at. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Place your bets now. Will we see a Lisa Crown book in the future? Taylor Jenkins Reid, I'm looking at you. Was it kind of sad that I spent my Saturday evening doing this? Yes, but all of this has been bubbling away in my head and I needed to, to put it somewhere, make a visual aid. So now we have that. So let me know if you spotted anything else. To conclude, Taylor Jenkins Reid, is a mastermind. It's so cool to see all these different links and these little Easter eggs for the fans of this series, because they're all standalone books and you can read them in any order, but I love that they all take place in that same universe and that there are those little crossovers. I say this all the time, but this woman lines the pages of her books with crack. They're so addictive. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. I will link them in the description box down below. And until next time, all the best, stay in touch, have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you very soon. Bye-bye.